Welcome, everybody. Welcome back to the Men in Verse. I am Sid, and in this video, I will deep dive into the dark and murky world of Formula One Twitter. But before that, some of you, maybe none of you, might be wondering why weren't there any videos for so long? I mean, to be honest, I've moved cities and there have been a lot of things on my plate, both work wise and mentally. But I'm back with some content, and without wasting any more time, let's get into this. Twitter, as you know, is a social media platform, and it's a place where everyone comes to have their own set of opinions about any topic of their liking or disliking. Or sometimes it is just used as a medium to connect with a wide variety of audience. Nevertheless, if you set aside Elon Musk trying to let things sink in, it seems like a good place where like minded people can connect with famous people, teams, or organizations of their liking, get news updates, and much more. But of recently, a lot of hate has been spewing over social media. Humans always have been an opinionated species, and it is a good thing to have freedom of speech. Uh, but at the same time, some people tend to misuse this freedom and target celebrities, organizations, athletes, teams, and now fans are targeting rival fans of the teams or athletes as well. I mean, where does it stop? It is the kind of space where keyboard warriors clickety clack their way into the heads of others, and it causes all sorts of ruckus. I don't know much about other sports, but the maximum amount of toxicity that I have witnessed is with F1 Twitter. We would have these so called fans who would post degrading, disgusting, and outright abusive things on Twitter, which sometimes leads to targeting individuals having to go through serious mental difficulties. The best example I can think of is post the Abu Dhabi Grand Prix. Yes, I am going there. Post the Abu Dhabi Grand Prix, there were hate posts and even death threats for Nicholas Latifi. I mean, why? The guy is not doing the best he can do in Formula One. Maybe it is down to the team, maybe it's down to his talent, but whatever it might be, he is another human being. Why do people forget that? It seems like that in real life he looks like one of the sweetest guys on the paddock. He's always smiling. He always has a jovial mood. I don't know. Is he a pay driver? Yes, but that isn't a big deal. Niki Lauda was a pay driver. Nobody gave two hoots about it. Checo is technically a pay driver as well, but there is nothing but love for him. But why is that the case for Nicholas Latifi that he receives all the hate? Is it because he isn't achieving what the drivers at the front of the field are? Is it because he hasn't performed on the level an F1 driver should? Or is it because he is a pay driver? I am 100% sure that the answer to all those questions is a resounding no. The sole reason why Nicholas Latifi was bullied online and even in his personal life is because his crash triggered the safety car during the final stages of the race, which then flipped the race and the championship on its head. I mean, was it the ideal way to end a season? No, I agree with that. There was a lot of controversy involved, and I do not want to get into it. But, I mean, did he do it on purpose? No. What would he gain out of it? His only mistake was that he was in a battle with Mick Schumacher, he overcooked it and binned it into the wall. It was a racing incident, leave it at that, but no. Because the tensions and adrenaline were so high, everybody started blaming Latifi for the race result. That is absolutely unfair if you ask me. These things happen in Formula One. You cannot predict things. But leave aside Latifi, with the entire cost cap fiasco unfolding, Red Bull were found to be in breach of the budget cap for the year 2021. Twitter again lit up like a hot glow of a dumpster fire. Without any rhyme or reason, these so called fans started attacking Red Bull, their drivers, and team personnel, calling them cheats, having certain hashtags trend on Twitter, and worse, even targeting the families of the employees who work at Red Bull. If that wasn't enough, there were some really disgusting tweets I saw regarding the passing of Red Bull's co founder, Dietrich Mateschitz, just prior to the US Grand Prix. A man just died. The entire paddock is mourning that. The entire paddock is paying their respect, but no. Some people find it absolutely appropriate to disrespect him, his family. Where is it that we draw the line? Why do we do this? Even Christian Horner mentioned that children of employees who work at Red Bull are being targeted in school. That is just sick. Why in the bloody hell would anybody do that? Anyway, Max, Lewis, and Checo also spoke about it during the recent Mexican Grand Prix in the post race interviews. And they mentioned that social media has, in its entirety, has become an extremely toxic environment where people will say nasty things about other people and celebrities, which, well, to be very honest, they would never dare say in front of their faces. These keyboard warriors feel a sense of pride by attacking others, and by doing so, they completely negate the ill effects which it may have on the receiver. You may never realize how much your words might affect another individual's mental health and well being. It might not affect you, but it will affect or it can affect the other person. You don't know that person. We as human beings have forgotten what it means to be human. That individuals, teams, organizations that you're bashing comprises of other human beings as well. Individuals just like you and me who live and breathe the same air, who would have tons of mental, emotional, and personal baggage. And the last thing you want is to unload your unnecessary filth onto them. I mean, the sole difference between humans and animals is that we are apparently civilized. Well, at least some of us are. It, it just surprises me that in an age where mental health is being given so much emphasis, that where certain words and phrases can trigger people, why is there so much rampant hate? Why? This just needs to stop. Social media platforms were designed for people to share their thoughts, their moments, the creativity which they have. Like I'm sharing this video, or like an artist shares their image or a painting that they create. It was not meant to make the internet a cesspile of toxicity and abuse. Well, there's so much I can say, there's so much I can do, and I can just urge you guys to please stop this. So, if you are a keyboard warrior, please think twice or thrice or at least 100 times before typing things which you would otherwise never ever say to someone in the face. Just because you're out of physical reach doesn't mean you can't hurt somebody. Stop the hate. Please, please spread love. Nothing but love and peace. If you agree with this, please do share this video to somebody who you think might like it, might enjoy it. Let's attempt to make social media a place where one can enjoy themselves without having to navigate through the excreta of this unnecessary toxicity on a daily basis. Thank you so much for listening. Now, I have been trying to get a lot of videos out. There have been a lot of things which have been happening, a lot of mental issues, a lot of personal problems, and which was why I stepped a bit away from YouTube. I was not in a creative mindset, so I'm making a comeback. I'm trying to make a comeback. Let's go strong with this one. As always, press the like button, subscribe if you haven't, and please stay respectful. Peace.